New cars smell great, but is the new car scent really worth it? Suppose we have a friend named Jessica. Let's say she's at a 4-year college full-time. She is in state and on campus. But her undergraduate budget for tuition and fees, room and board, and books and supplies, they are about $24,000 give or take. Even though she works part-time, she is so swamped in debts. So Jessica one day decides she wants to buy a car, but she wants to buy a brand new car. Let's say that for this first scenario that she decides to get a loan and get the car of her dreams that she really cannot afford because she is in debt. Jessica made a mistake on buying a new car instead of doing research and getting a used car that is in good condition. The new car may have the new features and be in top-notch condition, but at her college debt, it's smarter and better to buy a slightly used car. Buying a used car can be better because it is less expensive than a new car, and because insurance rates tend to be lower when the car is older. Everyone loves nice new cars, but it really is the best to try and manage your finances responsibly.
When purchasing a new car, you must first define what you want and do your research. Before anything else, take some time to write down what you want from a car. How many people does it need to sit? Would you like it to be small or large? Are there certain features that you feel you can't live without? Then research which cars fit your description and what their prices are. Kelley Blue Book is a great resource for that. Walking into the dealership just to browse can prevent you from really finding the best deals because you may be pressured into the sales by a highly trained salesperson. Before you ever set foot on a lot, look at classified ads and print out information on cars from different dealerships so that you have a better idea of what it is available and what you should expect to pay for a similar vehicle in your area. The most important aspect of making any type of large purchase is to set your budget range. Setting a price range for yourself can help you narrow your search and negotiate a price you are truly comfortable with. When you talk with the seller, be firm with your budget range, but don't share your target price until the dealer or seller makes an offer. Not revealing the number gives you more negotiation power. And remember, a used car budget shouldn't just include funds for a car, but also money for an inspection and to cover any small repairs that may be necessary. Consider all of your financing options. If you aren't planning to buy the car with cash, consider financing options beyond the dealership. You may be able to get a great rate on an auto loan through a credit union, for example. Try to get rate quotes from a few places and talk to each potential lender about the types of car and price range you are working with. An important thing to remember is to run a Carfax report. Carfax reports give you the history of a car, letting you know if the car has been in an accident or might have any potential worrisome events in its history. Some dealerships will run reports for you, but for other dealerships, or if you're buying from a private seller, you might have to run the report for yourself. When you finally see the car that you are going to purchase, do a test drive. This is perhaps the most important part of buying a used car, or even a car for that matter. Seeing how the car actually drives will make a great impact on your final decision to whether you are going to purchase a car or not. Try to test it in a variety of situations, including on the highway and up and down. If anything seems off to you, or even if the car is uncomfortable, don't be afraid to walk away. Get the car inspected. Having a vehicle inspected by a trustworthy mechanic needs to be part of the buying process. You can run a basic visual check of the engine and frame on your own, but you will need a mechanic to take a look under the car and run some basic tests. Even if the seller insists there are no mechanical defects or major issues, you should verify that the car is in good shape with a comprehensive inspection. After all, the seller is getting rid of the car for a reason. Then be prepared to walk away. Don't walk into the sale with an intent of purchasing the car that day. Being too eager to make the purchase can put you in a position to accept an offer you are not truly comfortable with, or settle for something that may cause more problems down the road. No matter how good the deal seems, be prepared to shop around so you aren't pressured into buying a vehicle that you may not be the right match for you. When purchasing a used car, you will need a car with enough miles in it so that you are still able to drive the car for another 6+ years or so. When purchasing a car, the price may be cheap and in your budget, but watch out for the mileage in the car. Once a car reaches over 100,000 miles, it will need extra repairs such as new brakes, possibly a new engine, and a tire repair. When picking your car, you must also look at the MPG, miles per gallon. Bigger cars may store more people, items, and other things, but requires gas to be refilled frequently. If you are strictly on a budget, purchasing a smaller car will be more beneficial because you will be saving on gas and not having to fill up your tank frequently.
Buying a used car is extremely beneficial to the buyer, especially when the buyer is an inexperienced student. Students can easily check prices of used cars in websites such as Edmunds.com and Kelley Blue Book. Before buying a used car, it's important to take a test drive, check the VIN, and get an inspection. Finding a used car can help people save that 20% of money. Seeing the benefits, it's obvious that buying a used car is helpful and cheaper. After giving up on trying to buy a new car and settling for buying a used car, Jessica's life changed to the better. She could avoid the car's depreciation because she bought the car model for less than what it was really worth. Since Jessica lived in Georgia, she also could avoid paying the sales tax on her car. She could also save the shipping charges, destination fees, and dealer preparation. And finally, Jessica saved over 20% of what the car model was actually worth by buying a used model. All the money she saved helped her focus on studying in college. Overall, getting a new car, especially for a high school or college student struggling with bills and money, is just not worth the money or hassle. Getting a used car can save a lot of money, and it's beneficial in a lot of other aspects, such as being able to avoid some taxes or depreciation. Every student should research into how to buy a used car and which model of car is suitable for them.